We are in Orlah, Perek Bet, Mishnah Yud Dalet, 14th Mishnah in the second chapter of Orlah. In order to understand our Mishnah, we have to go back to Mishnah Yud. In Mishnah Yud, we learned, if let's say I had spices or what have you, that was Shnaim U'Shalasha Shemot Mimin Echad. Okay, if it was 2 or 3 Shemot, i.e., different isurim. So if I have peppercorns of Orlah and Asherah and Terumah, or okay, the Tanakama said they're mitzaref, then I can combine different isurim, different types of issur, to be mitzaref. So I have Terumah and Orlah, and they're both pepper. The pepper is mitzaref, and they're both asur, so you can't eat them. Rabbi Shimon said, Omer Shnaim U'Shlosha Shemot Mimin Echad. The shemot cannot be combined. Let's just leave it at that. So therefore, different isurim, if I have pepper of Orlah and I have pepper of Terumah, they're not mitzaref. For pepper of Orlah and pepper of Asherah, and neither one is enough to make the flavor, to have the flavor be felt, but together they are. They're not mitzaref because they're different shemot. They're different isurim. In light of that Mishnah, we can now understand our Mishnah. Let's say the Mishnah says the following. So Orshel Terumah v'Kelaim and Terumah Let's say I have seor, yeast, leaven. We'll go back to our picture of Terumah and of Kelaim and Terumah. Both are asur. Now, in the old Mishnah, we said that some of them were, one of them was chulin and one was not. But in this Mishnah, one is Orlah and one is Terumah, and one is Kelaim and Terumah. Both are asur. But neither one of them is enough to make the dough rise. Okay? But together they are enough to make the dough rise. So the Mishnah says, Lo bazek yedei lechametz, v'lo kazeh b'dei lechametz. Neither one has enough to make it chametz. Neither one has enough to make the dough rise. But v'nitztarfu v'chimtzu. Okay, but they are combined and they made it into chametz. Says the Mishnah, asur lizarim umutar lekohanim. It's very interesting. Okay, let's say this is Terumah, and this is, we say, Kelaim and Terumah. So the Tanakama says they are mitzaref for issur. So it has a din, but the problem is, in this case, each one is not enough to make it asur on its own. So both of them came in, and the dough rises. So the Tanakama says, asur lizarim. Azar can't eat Terumah, and he also can't eat Kelaim and Terumah, of course. Okay? So therefore, why does asur lizarim? They said, tabli mishnaim u'shlosha shemot mitzarfim. Okay, they are combined. So therefore, Azar can't eat Kelaim and Terumah and he can't eat Terumah. So therefore, together he can't eat either one. So they're mitzaref. So the whole thing is asur. But it's mutar l'kohanim. It's permitted to the kohanim. Why? Because remember, one of these is Asherah, one of them is Terumah. So this is mutar. So the part that made it mutar is fine for the kohen. The only part that made it asur is the Kelaim and Terumah. And that Kelaim and Terumah was not enough on its own to make the dough rise. So therefore, mutar l'kohanim. The Terumah Sharya Lahu, because Terumah is permitted for the Kohanim. The Ein B'Kelaim and Terumah K'nei L'Hachmis, and the Kelaim and Terumah was not enough yeast or starter of Kelaim and Terumah in order to make it rise. But now we see Rabbi Shimon. Remember, we learned in the last Mishnah, Rabbi Shimon held that the Shemot cannot be mitzaref. So therefore, Rabbi Shimon matir l'zarim of the Kohanim. Rabbi Shimon says it's fine for zarim, it's fine for Kohanim. That I agree with. But it's also fine for zarim. Why? Because in each case, either one of these measurements was not enough to make the dough rise on its own. And I hold, Rabbi Shimon holds, okay, Rabbi Shimon is l'ta'amei da'amar. He said, Shnayim o shlasha shemot mimin echad, ein mitzarfin. 2 or 3 shemot, 2 or 3 isurim, Terumah and Kelaim and Terumah. If I have yeast of Terumah and yeast of Kelaim and Terumah, they're different shemot. They're not mitzaref. They cannot be combined together. So therefore, each one had not enough on its own to make the dough rise, and therefore the dough is mutar both to the Kohanim and to the Zarim and to non-Kohanim alike. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, contact me at rspalter@gmail.com. We'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, of Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.